non-stop. There is one thing that each and every person living on this earth right now does non-stop. I mean every day, every hour, every minute, and every second. Do you know what it is? Breathing. Everyone currently living on this earth is breathing, taking in air and releasing air. You see, if we stop breathing, we will stop living. Air is essential to our life. But you see, the Bible tells us something else that is essential to our lives. Something that we must also do non-stop. The Word of God says that we are to pray without ceasing. Every day, every hour, every minute, and every second. Now that's a beautiful verse, but come on, let's get real. I mean really real. For real, Jesus? Pray without ceasing? How is that even possible? You know, there are many styles of prayers. You have the long intercessory prayer that happens at church, and you have the short prayers that happen, right before you eat your meal. There are many different types of prayers, but how is it possible for us to even pray without ceasing? That seems a little bit over the top. But you know what? God revealed something to me. You see, he asked me a question. He said, Tiff, I want you to tell me about your relationship with your best friend. I said, okay, Pops, one of my best friends, we met back in 4th grade. We've been friends for well over 20-something years. He said, okay, and how often do you talk? I said, well, to be honest, God, we talk almost every day. He said, oh, really? How does that happen? He said, don't you live in South Korea and she lives in Maryland? I said, yeah, but I mean, think about it, God. You have Facebook, you have Skype, you have all of these messenger applications that give us the ability to talk to each other. He said, oh, okay. He said, so when you're happy, you contact her? Yeah, when I'm happy, I text her or I send her a Facebook message. He said, what about when you're sad? Yeah, I talk to her too. He said, what about when you need advice? Yeah, when I need advice, I call her up and we talk for a long time. I mean, just the other week, we talked for like 3 hours about some things that were going on in my life. He said, so in essence, you have an open line of communication with your best friend. I said, yeah, you can say that. He said, so a line of communication that never ends. I said, I see where you're going with this, Jesus. You're right. Yeah, we do have an open line of communication. But God, come on. The fact still remains, how can I pray to you nonstop? I can't get on my knees every day, all day, and just fold my hands and talk to you. He said, Tiff, who told you that that's the only way you pray? I said, God, come on. Like, you learned that in school, you learned that in church, you learned that wherever you go, that when you pray, you get on your knees, you fold your hands, and you have to close your eyes and talk to you. He said, no. There is a time and a place for that type of prayer. He said, but remember, prayer is like talking to a friend. He said, when you're happy, I want to know. When you're sad, I want to know. When you need advice, ask me. He said, you can talk to me when you're walking down the street. He said, you can talk to me even when you're amongst other people. It's all about keeping an open line of communication with me, just like you do with your best friend. You see, the truth is, God does want us to pray nonstop. But all that means is he wants to have an open line of communication with us and him, to the point where we long to talk to him each and every moment of our life. When things are good, when things are bad, and when we're just feeling okay. Today I pray that we all will open the line of communication between us and God so that we can experience non-stop communication. Have a blessed day.